Good morning, everybody. I am starting another vlog outside this morning, and you guys, it is in the 50s. It feels so good, and the high for like the remainder of this week is in the 60s, so we are getting some really good weather. We are doing some fall activities today. We are going to a pumpkin patch, and I'm so excited. We actually already got pumpkins this year because I didn't think we would have time to go to a pumpkin patch, but we're still gonna go today, see the pumpkins, and also like do all the other activities they have. They have like I think they call it a corn pit, and they have like big inflatable slides, I'm pretty sure, or some other really big slide, as well as a train and some other activities that I'm sure our daughter is really going to enjoy. Also, I wanted to mention to you guys that I'm saying might be because I don't want to be too hopeful here, might be slowly digging myself out of this reading slump, okay? I started in my last vlog, Fall I Want, and I wasn't really sure what to think when I was starting it because it's just a seasonal read, and I don't know why, but sometimes I kind of expect seasonal reads to not be the best, but I do also expect them to be really easy reads. I did read a couple weeks ago If It Makes You Happy, which is another like fall seasonal read that I actually really enjoyed. I think I gave it 4.25 stars officially, but I really enjoyed that and have considered bumping up my rating on that book. But now I'm reading Fall I Want, and it's just a fun little fall time. Like it's rom-com-y. It is cutesy small town with an adorable coffee shop, and he is the rich guy, she is the aspiring writer, and it's sucking me in, and it's easy to get into. So far I have had no struggles. I still have not finished Shield of Sparrows. I am still listening to the audiobook, just kind of sporadically at this point. But yeah, I needed to do something to start trying to pull me out of this reading slump, because not reading is kind of like hurting my soul. And I'm also still doing my no caffeine, low caffeine plan. It's not fun. I'm quite exhausted throughout the day, but when I do feel like I need a little bit of a pick-me-up, I am choosing tea over coffee. So it helps some, but I do still miss my delicious full caffeine coffee because I can taste the difference. I don't know if I'm the only one who can do that, but I can taste the difference in a decaf brew and a regular coffee. But I am going to sit outside for a little while, do a little bit of reading, and then my husband said he wanted to try to clean out the garage some before we go to the pumpkin patch later, so I might help him do that, and then we'll start getting ready to go to the pumpkin patch. It is so cold. It's like 58 degrees, but it feels like it's 48 degrees. And I only have a sweatshirt and my like sweater on. And like my pants are cropped, so my ankles are freezing. We did not know it was gonna be this cold. car, not much, but oh my goodness, it was freezing. I don't think any of us were anticipating it being as cold as it was. It was so cold. My best friend Savannah, she actually ended up running over to her house and grabbing beanies for all of us because we were all so cold. And now, even now that we're home, like 45-minute drive, I'm still cold. So I am making myself a cup of coffee, and full disclosure, it's a regular cup of coffee. So I haven't had a regular cup of coffee in like a week and a half. I think it's been like a week and a half. So I feel like it's okay for me to have this one cup of coffee. Am I gonna regret it later? Potentially. But I'm freezing right now and I have a headache, and I'm pretty sure it's a caffeine headache. So I'm gonna see if I can remedy that with a cup of coffee. Okay, so tomorrow is Halloween, and my daughter is dressing up like Elsa. My husband is dressing up like Kristoff, and I'm dressing up like Anna from Frozen. So I did get a costume that I found from somebody on Facebook Marketplace, just because that was way cheaper and easier than trying to order it, waiting for it to come in, hoping it would be here in time and that it would fit. So I think I might actually need to do some minor adjustments on it, potentially. But also, if it's gonna be as cold as it was today, tomorrow evening, or colder, then we're gonna have to put something underneath our costumes. I do have my little necklace that I made for the costume. And then I have the top. So the top, when I tried it on, was a little bit big on me. So I was anticipating trying to like pin it or just doing some minor sewing to just kind of like take it in a little bit and on each side. But with it being cold, I might need that little bit of extra room so that I can, put like a long sleeve shirt underneath this potentially. I don't think I have like a tan or nude long sleeve shirt. I feel like I did at one point, but I don't think I do anymore. But I do think I have black, so I could potentially do a black long sleeve. When my husband gets back from his jiu-jitsu class that he's going to tonight, he is going to try on his stuff for being Kristoff, because while I'm pretty sure we've gotten everything he needs for the costume, we haven't like put all the pieces together to make sure that it works and that you can like tell who he is. So we're gonna do that when he gets home tonight. And then also for my hair, just to make it a little bit easier on myself, instead of me trying to do the braid that goes across, I think it's called like a coronet braid or a crown braid, instead of me trying to do that on myself, I actually have some hair extensions that are from a couple years ago at Halloween, and I took a section of them and braided them. They actually are not like as long as my hair, but they match my hair color really well. So my plan is to clip that into my hair, probably kind of like this, on the underside where they will be hidden. And then when I put my hair up into a bun, I will wrap this over my head like that so that I don't actually have to do the braiding. And I feel like that's just gonna be so much easier than me trying to braid my own hair and make it look nice. I also am realizing right now that I never really thought through shoes. I was planning to get a pair of black ballet flats, and I'm realizing right now that I never did that. I completely forgot about shoes. And also they have to be weather appropriate. So let's see. I'm gonna look and see what we have and see if I can figure it out, or if we're gonna have to make like a Walmart run tomorrow. Hopefully we don't have to do that. Good morning, everybody. It is actually Halloween, so we are gonna go trick-or-treating tonight, but I realized, like I said last night, that I don't have shoes to wear, so we have to make a run into town to Walmart and it is like literally 40 degrees outside. So we have to be bundled up to go do that. I am so caught off guard by this cold front we have gotten coming through Florida. I cannot believe how cold it is. So I'm also going to try to look at Walmart and see if there's anything we can find to kind of go along with my husband's costume, because when he tried it on last night, it wasn't completely giving Kristoff. He just looked cold. So we're gonna see if we find anything else that he can use as well. And then later tonight, we are going to be bundling up in our costumes and going trick-or-treating. Yeah. You ready? Mm-hmm. All right, let's go.
I think I like these ones. They have a little strap.
Anna costume?
Yeah, they're gonna be for my Anna costume.
Okay, we are back home and I am being crafty. So my husband, like I said, is being Kristoff. And last night when he put on his costume, it was just missing a few things. And one of the things is that on his beanie, he needed like a little poof ball on top. So I bought some yarn and I made this little, it's not perfect, but I made this little pom-pom. And I'm just gonna pin it on. I thought about sewing it, but I'm sure he'll wanna take it off after Halloween is over. Can I see it, please? So I'm just gonna pin it on and then he can take it off after Halloween is over. I'm just gonna try it on. Okay, that works, I think. I did also buy some like red fabric. I don't know if that's centered, but I did also buy some red fabric that he needed like something around his waist as well, because Kristoff has like, it's almost like a belt. And I was hoping I could find like a scarf. I couldn't find a scarf. So I just bought some fabric, about like 2 yards of like a burgundy fabric. And I contemplated also putting it on the hat, but that just might be too difficult to do day of. So I am going to try to make him like a sash slash belt situation. Okay, it's not like stitched or anything. I'm just kind of folding it. But this is kind of what I need to go for. Here's a picture of Kristoff and like what I'm trying to do. And it doesn't have to be perfect, but I do want it to like look pretty good. And I do have some basic sewing skills, so I can bust those out if I need to. I took 1 yard and then like cut it in half. And yeah, I think I'm gonna have to like bust out some basic sewing skills, or I do think I have some iron-on. What are my bangs doing? I think I have some iron-on like no sew stuff, so I might do that. Okay, we're in the library office craft room, kind of our multi-purpose room, if you will. And I do in fact have some of the iron-on stuff. I also have Velcro. So my thought is I'll make the kind of like fold that I'm wanting to make, and instead of stitching it, I'll just use the iron-on stuff. And then I will make it where it Velcros in the back, so then my husband doesn't have to tie it. He can just like wrap it around and Velcro it. Do I know how I'm going to do this? Not exactly. I think I'm gonna have to play around with it quite a bit, but I'm gonna figure it out and I'm gonna mess around with it until I like what I have. I also don't want to like get out the only iron I have, because the only iron I have is actually like a heat press. I don't have a regular iron, so I am just going to use a old hair straightener I have. This is the is it Babyliss Pro? It's old, but it does the job. And I'm going to run it over the fabric to kind of get everything straightened out, and then I'm also going to use it to help me adhere the I think it's called like heat bond. So got that. I'm gonna iron this out and then we will put this on there. This Velcro that I have is like super strong and it adheres itself. But I really hope that it doesn't like come off, because I mean, you can see it's really, I can barely pull it apart. It's so tough. But I'm hoping that if I just stick it on where it's supposed to go, that it won't be too strong that like when my husband tries to like take it apart or like take it off, that it like rips the fabric or something. Okay, I think I might be done. Okay, again, it's not perfect, but it will work. I did the Velcro so he can wrap it around himself. I might have to make it smaller once he's here because I didn't know exactly what size he would need. But then, yeah, there's that. And I think it looks better than nothing. I think, you know, it's these little touches, these little things that are gonna make the costume work. So if I need to make it a little smaller, because I don't think he needs it this big, I have to like put a different piece of Velcro like further up, and then make it where he can make it tighter later this evening. But yeah, now he has his little sash belt thing. It's been a couple hours, but now I'm using some of the leftover yarn to kind of make a chain, kind of like I am crocheting, and that way my husband can put it around the neck of his vest and then also kind of around the arms as well. I'm gonna do them kind of just like bracelets basically, so that he can just tie them on and like tuck them into the vest. We'll see how it looks when he gets here. I do also have more safety pins if we need to pin them to his vest, which is a possibility. Okay, here's a little costume reveal. Please ignore the mess of my room behind me. I am probably going to have to take off my watch because I don't think that matches, but got my necklace. I did my makeup just really simple because Anna doesn't really seem like she has makeup on, or if she does, it's just really basic. Here's the hair. Again, it's just a bun, and then I did do the extension braided, and I tried to do the white streak, although it doesn't stand out that much. So that's a little bit of a flop. And then we've also got the little side bang going on. So, and then again, I do have on the shoes, and I've got leggings on underneath because I'm thinking it's gonna be pretty chilly. And then I'm gonna bring just like a little sweater to throw over this because the long sleeve, I tried that on. I did not like the way it looked. So we're just gonna bring a sweater. But I will see you guys in my next video. We are now gonna go trick-or-treating. My husband's gonna be home soon and he'll get his costume put on. So I will see you guys in my next video.